Hey y'all, welcome to Donna's Farmhouse Kitchen. Today I'm making a breakfast lasagna. This is layers upon layers of yumminess. I will be honest, there's nothing healthy about this. Nothing at all. You're gonna have the shredded hash browns, which this is 26 ounces. That's what I'm working on now. And then mild cheddar cheese. Don't think there's anything too healthy about this one, but that's okay. We're gonna have biscuit. We're gonna have a pound of sausage. This is country sausage. Peppered gravy. And it wouldn't be breakfast without bacon, a pound of bacon. Like I said, you may not use all of this in the layers, but it's going to be absolutely delicious. You're going to need a 9x9 or an 8x8 pan. And you're going to put some spray on it so it doesn't stick. But right now I'm just trying to heat the hash browns up. This was frozen hash browns, of course. And you also want to preheat your oven on 450 degrees. This is a recipe that my friend, a friend of mine from where I used to work, him and his wife make it. Thank you, Adam. And so I'm not sure if they put the sausage in it or not, but I love the sausage in it. So, I love sausage. So I'm going to finish cooking the hash browns and I'll be back with the next ingredient. So the hash browns are done. So the next thing I'm going to do is the bacon. So let's go ahead and get that started. Put up your temperature on medium high. Get all that yummy bacon in there. We're gonna start browning this in bacon, breaking it up. I like it cooked in these small pieces because it's just easier to get the small pieces for the recipe. So I just cut it up in small pieces to start with. It's a lot of bacon for the pan. Hopefully I can get it crisp. Usually you want to cook things in smaller batches, but I'm trying to get this done kind of quickly. So I'm going to cook this up and be back in just a little bit. Well, the bacon is finished. Look at that beautiful bacon. All nice and crumbly, so you don't have to worry about doing it after you cook it. So we're going to let that drain onto the paper towel. Now we're going to add the sausage to the pan. Okay, we'll open this up. I have gloves on, and you'll see why in a minute. My knife needs some sharpening, looks like. Well, we're going to squeeze it out of here. It doesn't want to cut the packaging too well today. So, set this down there. Now, sometimes I would use 2 gloves. What I'm trying to do, I want to break it up. Get it started here. That medium high works really good for browning the bacon, and then it'll work great for browning this. I drained the fat from the bacon out and left maybe just what's the residue in the pan. That's the only thing here. You really don't need anything because, as we all know, there's plenty of fat in the sausage. So And it doesn't matter. It's all going to get mixed together anyway. So flavor-wise, it definitely doesn't matter. Okay. Here we go. And there we go. Okay. Let's get this cooking. I love this spoon because it can handle high heat. It's a great spoon to use when cooking this. So I'm going to get this browned up, and while that's happening, I think I'm going to go ahead and make the gravy. So we'll get the gravy started, get that done and over with. So this is the gravy packet, and it is the Southeastern Mills with sausage flavored, with sausage flavor peppered gravy mix. I was saying it right. Okay, so we want to put this in our saucepan with 1 3/4 cup cold or lukewarm water. So that's what we're going to do. Okay. Let me get my water together here. Okay. Let me get another bottle here. It's all smelling so good. You have that bacon smell in here. How can that go wrong or be wrong? Whatever. There's nothing wrong with the bacon smell, that's for sure. So I'm going to whisk this. Okay, and we're going to get it going to a boil. Now, with this particular pot, all I have to do, these particular pots, all you have to do is put them on medium. Now, the frying pan I actually did on medium-high, and it worked out very well. But on most things, with these particular pots, you only have to do medium. And then they just come to a boil real easy. Then we're going to reduce the heat and let it simmer for, it says only a minute, so after it reaches a boil. See, the good thing about having a collection of different whisks is you have one that's really good for these type of pots. Otherwise, I would have done this in a bowl and then transferred it to the pot. But this is, see, there is some logic behind my whisk madness. Let me get this chopped up here, because you want the sausage in small pieces as well, like the bacon is. I'm actually going to turn this down. I really don't think I'm going to need that high of heat. So we're going to turn it down to medium in these particular pans. It's browning up. So I'm going to continue to do this, and we'll be back in just a little bit. So the sausage is done, the gravy's done. So we are ready to start layering this. This is what the sausage come out to look like right there. So that's all ready to go. So I've already sprayed my 9x9 pan. So what we do next is we take the biscuit. Now I use the small biscuit. I don't use the big ones for this. I love the big biscuit, but for this I just use the small biscuit. Now I may need more. Don't worry, I have plenty. But you want to, and it looks like I may need more, and that's fine. I've got plenty of biscuits. So. because you want a nice layer on the bottom. Okay, so that's a layer of biscuit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix the sausage and the bacon together. So they've been draining. Now I'm gonna mix them together and then sprinkle a layer over the biscuit. Like I said, you may not use all of this, but you may want to. You may want to, because it's so good. Okay, so that's layer number one's bacon and sausage. And then I'm going to put a layer of the shredded hash browns. Now, normally I would probably cook the hash browns after I've cooked the bacon, because you can always get the flavor of the bacon in the hash browns, which is good. So, there we go. Nice layer of hash browns, as I want to get it on the counter too. And then we're going to put some cheese. Just sprinkle some cheese on it. It's really to your liking how much cheese you use. I'm not really measuring this out, but yeah. And then top it off with, now here, top it off with some gravy. Yum, yum. Probably shouldn't be using this particular spoon in this pot. We're going to be careful. Okay. Then just kind of spread it. And then we're going to do another layer. Okay. Yum, yum. Okay. Now I'm going to need some more biscuit. I know I'm going to need at least probably one more can, it looks like. So I did about 8, so we're gonna make this work with one more can. Let me get one more can. Let's see if this one's gonna pop on me like the other one did. No. Okay. The other ones have been sitting out a little bit, so we got part of a can there. There we go. Okay, now let's do our bacon. See, we'll probably have some left over. Now, I'm not doing it, but you can top this with egg, from what I've been told. I don't do that. I just do my layers. Well, you know what? It looks like I'm gonna use it all. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Once in a while, folks, it's good to have something like this. I mean, it's not something you want to eat every day, but it's so good. It's so good. Let me get the hash browns. Let me get another spoon. There we go. Let's get those hash browns on there. Okay, spread that out. I was tempted, since I cooked the hash browns first, I was tempted to throw them back in the bacon grease after the bacon was cooked. But I didn't. I said, nah, we'll just go ahead and get this done and over with. But you could. If you cook the hash browns first, you could always throw them back in the bacon. Like I said, get that great bacon flavor on those hash browns. So, okay. I tell you, this gravy is really good too. I love the flavor of this particular gravy. I am going to get me a spatula out. I think I have one handy, so let me find me a spatula so we can get every bit of this gravy out. I don't want just a little bit of it. I want all the gravy. I'm just slinging this stuff. But don't worry, it'll be cleaned up real quick. Because you know my OCD can't handle it. So it'll be cleaned up real quick. But take that gravy, take it around. But yeah, this is a great flavored gravy mix. I really like it. Okay. Then we're gonna top it with the cheese. Making sure y'all can see everything real good. And let's just finish it off. We wouldn't want that cheese to go bad now, would we? Nah. Nah, we don't want that. Might as well use it all up. Okay. Now we're going to put it in that oven at 450 degrees. That's been preheating. And I will be back in just a few minutes and show you the end result. So it's finished. And this is what it looks like. Yum, yum. That's after 30 minutes of cooking. So I've let it sit. I did cover it about 15 minutes in. I covered it with foil so this didn't burn. But I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece out. As you can see, it's nice and steamy. Get my plate over here. Well, I think I left some. We can't be doing that now. We can't be leaving anything. Now, if you let it cool a little bit longer, it'll probably cut a whole lot better. Plus, maybe use something a little different than what I did. But you can see the different layers in this. So I'm going to take a little bite. Oh yeah. Like I said, it freezes well. This would be great, like if you had family over for Christmas. This would be a great dish to make. But all those wonderful, yummy layers coming all together. And when you freeze it, it's even better. Then, like I said, you will wrap a piece of it or two up in foil. Let it slowly warm up in the oven at 170. It's so good. Well, I'm going to go and finish this because I'm hungry. And might as well enjoy it. And so, and it smells so good. I wish that y'all could smell it. It smells so good as well. So thank you again for joining me. Remember to be good to each other, and y'all have a wonderful day.